Hi, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Jaley.
What's up, everyone? My name is Emily.
And I'm Rima.
Today, we have been on a little bit of a different wavelength watching some K-pop music videos, but now we are back onto our regular content with an exciting official trailer of a horror thriller spooky kind of movie coming out very soon, June 27th. The movie MAA is going to be coming out, starring Kajol, Ronit, others that maybe
Indraneil,
Rima can.
Kherin,
Yes,
Jitin.
yes.
Yes.
I am so scared of pronouncing things wrong.
It's okay.
But an amazing talent. Something a little spooky, preparing us for the spooky season. It's my favorite season of the year, so why not start?
Well, we still got to get through summer.
We still have a lot.
Why not start now?
Let me enjoy my summer.
Ma is coming out. I'm ready to get spooky.
Yeah, it's interesting. I actually have seen the trailer once, and it was spooky enough that I am a little nervous watching it again.
Really?
But what is interesting is Ma, by the way, and this is something Kajol said in one of her promotions. So, there are lots of deities, goddesses, and gods in India that are worshipped. And I'm going to say this now, guys, because I know sometimes you guys don't like me talking during the video thing, so I'll just mention it to the girls for context. But in Bengal, and I think this movie, Kajol is actually half Bengali. This is set in West Bengal, which is where my parents are originally from. So they worship goddess Kali. So, you've heard of Kali, the goddess of whatever. A lot of people see her as a goddess of death or destruction. But in Bengal, people who worship her see her as a mother figure, like the protector, like the ferocious mom protecting you. And I think that's also going with the theme of the film. You'll see a mother-child, daughter bond. So without giving further away, there's some lore, there's some superstition, there's some scary, spooky stuff. Let's get into it.
All right.
Subtitles are on, hopefully, for you guys.
Spooky.
1, 2, 3, play.
Rima, hold my hand.
पहली बार है ना सोना आगे होटल दिखेगा ना तो रुक जाएंगे ओके
Terrifying.
Already terrifying.
First
What are they running away from?
God.
Yeah, that's also terrifying. Oh,
That's a horror movie.
Gosh, what was that?
माँ और कितना टाइम बस
what's happening in her head?
थोड़ी देर और भी
No.
ये एक नई जगह है और
I don't like scary movies.
तुम मुझे वो जगह दिखाओगी नहीं दीदी उधर कोई नहीं आता जाता सब कहते हैं उस पेड़ में तो रहते हैं कौन तो राक्षस
Why would you go there?
Yeah, you just heard about this place. It's got demons. Why would you?
Oh.
पहला लड़की नहीं है जो गायब हुआ
कब से हो रहा है ये सब
3-4 महीना से लड़की लोग गायब होता है
स्टॉप तुम्हारा करा दो रहा है
उस काले जंगल की माटी लाल हो चुकी है सदियों से नन्ही बेटियों का रक्त पीकर भी भूखा है वो जंगल
A lot of voodoo stuff, rituals. Yeah.
The trees have eyes.
It's like scary horror tales for children.
Yeah.
कोई जगह नहीं चंद्रपुर का श्राप मिटाने के लिए आप मेरी बेटी की बलि चढ़ाना चाहते हैं
Ooh.
See the goddess Kali.
Oh. That's crazy. I literally have goosebumps right now.
मेरे साथ है मेरा कोई कुछ
I can't. That was hard. That was hard.
Wow.
Wow.
See, that's goddess Kali.
Very interesting.
Spooky.
Shivers, guys. What did you think?
Emily, are you a spooky? Are you a
You know,
horror person?
I like to watch like YouTube videos on how to survive it first, and then I'll watch
That's
the
an
whole
excellent
movie.
answer.
Or I'll just
Yeah.
watch How to Survive. Like you guys wouldn't believe how many of those videos I've watched. But this reminds me a lot of there's also an American film called MAA.
Oh,
That's
Interesting.
also a horror film that stars
Oh.
Octavia Spencer.
oh, love her.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if the movie is like particularly like exceptional, but she is amazing,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
something about it just feels very cult classic to me. So this immediately sounded interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like I mind, like I know we're always like ooh blood, ooh gore, and but I think I like this type of stuff more than I like let me just cut someone's arm off and the blood's like spewing
Yeah, like
everywhere.
a
You know what I mean?
supernatural
Meaningless
reason.
violence. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this was like because they used violence like very cleverly, I think, in this ad. Like the end, we were all like, oh, oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that the cracking of those bones. Yeah, I was gonna say that seemed to me was the
Yeah.
worst.
Mm.
But it's like I think this kind of plays in. So you saw like from the makers of Shaitan. Shaitan was a movie. I don't know if you guys watched it, but I know Luke and Sushant reacted to it. So guys, if you're interested, I think there's a reaction on our channel with them, or either on Patreon or on the channel. And it's all about like folklore and about like
Mm.
superstitions that people have. So this is very culturally rooted with like people making sacrifices. Like you'd hear about this back in the day. They'd make sacrifices of young girls, of virgins, because
Mm.
you want to get
Wow.
boons. You make animal sacrifices again for a lot of ritualistic, like invoking demons, invoking whatever dark forces. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of like that type of dark Wicca, if that makes sense, like witchcraft.
I do
So I
think.
think, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. Go ahead.
I do think that part of it was neat because it's like it's kind of a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of a historical significance as well.
Yeah,
With like
cultural,
when
historical.
you have cultural historical when you have like a god, um, that is like very clearly part of a culture. I'm not a big horror movie. I don't like to be scared. I like
Yeah.
comedies. I like action. I like drama. But I feel like this was a really effective trailer, and I feel like I have a few friends who would love this movie.
Yeah, yeah,
I think it's interesting because we used to watch a lot of movies, but it's become hard on our editors, so we don't do that as much now. But
yeah,
Yes.
when I think the only other horror-esque movie we watched was Stree, which was like a horror comedy.
yeah.
So
That's
it's
Oh
right.
kind of
yeah.
cool. It's kind of cool to see like another trailer for something like this because we've seen a lot of like action and romance,
Yeah.
and even though I'm not like a horror movie person, I feel like
Mhm.
this is a good horror movie just from the trailer.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think this is going to be an interesting film for sure, and with the star cast of Kajol, who is like a
Mm.
very powerful actress. Very
Yeah,
interested
that's
to see her.
awesome. That's such
Yeah,
a cool casting role for her. Like,
I
what a good idea.
The
and I
acting
think
looked really good just in the trailer
what's
alone.
interesting about sorry, but I was gonna
That's it.
just add with that, but like yeah, the acting definitely, and like she's like known really for her romantic leads, but she was always
Hmm.
such a raw, powerful actress that I think a lot of people in Indian cinema who have followed her, loved her, have always wondered, including myself, that why doesn't she do more variety or
Yeah.
diversity of roles, because
Mm.
she could really pull things off. And I think now in her like 50s or late 40s, I don't know how old she is, she's experimenting more. I mean, she looks gorgeous still, so it's just nice to see her kind of taking on these different projects and like moving away from just SRK and her. Like, I mean, people love their pairing, but it's like, different stuff. So exciting to see her over there. But yeah, guys, this is coming out June 27th. Let us know if you're excited about this.
Whoa.
Yeah, let us know if you're planning to watch it. Should we watch it? I don't know. A lot of us are a little
You know,
uncomfortable,
I would
but
be
I would watch it with you guys as long as
Yeah.
I could have my
That's
blankie and
I
some
would be
popcorn.
yeah, I would be scared to watch it alone. But for
That's
some
true.
reason
That's
like
true.
this was less scary since you guys are here. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we need like a full house, or at least maybe like we'll see. I mean, June
Yeah.
at least like
27th. I don't know
this,
if we.
right? The story of it, like it seems interesting. Like even though I don't
Yeah.
watch like
Yeah.
horror, I like thrillers. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
like a very like tense story, like what's gonna happen, and I feel like I don't know. I'm intrigued. That was a really
Yeah.
good trailer.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
entertaining.
I I think I find like now as a writer, and you're talking about thrillers, Jaley. So I'm writing a book, guys. You'll probably see it. We'll put the link down below. It's a psychological thriller. I was gonna say I like psychological horror. And I
Yeah.
think we were watching a lot of South Korean stuff, guys, because I have a book coming out, which is a K-pop psychological thriller book, Death of an Idol. But they do horror really well, Korean cinema, I've noticed. And they did a lot
They
of horror, but
do.
it's a lot of psychological suspense thriller type of horror, not like gore, because I can't handle too much gore. And like you said, like films like Saw and all, that's not the kind of horror I want. Like somebody doing experiments on me in a basement, that's
Yeah.
like too much for me. Serial
I don't
killers
really like
torturing
Final
people, nah.
Destination. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's
But-
horror, it has to be more like, to me, like in the mind. It's like playing with you, and it tell me, show me, create the atmosphere. Don't like torture me. So,
Yeah, I love the Jordan Peele movies. If
Yes,
any of you
that's the
our
kind I
audience,
would say. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
what I would like. Yeah,
if
that would
any
be
of
my
our audience is
sensibility.
interested in like a very
Yeah.
good like American director thriller, Jordan Peele
Yes.
is a very fun director, and it's
I
still on
agree.
the edge of your
Yeah.
seat. I just don't like jump scares, and I don't
Yeah.
need all the gore.
That's true. Yeah, those are too much for me as well. Anyway, guys, a very interesting trailer. Let us know what you think. If there are other movies by Kajol, maybe other horror trailers you want us to check out. We haven't explored that genre enough, I think, in the channel. We did do a movie, Roth. I think if you see it, we have a reaction to it. I think the girls and I did it a long time ago. Ram Gopal Varma. It was something from the 90s. Anyway, let us know if you want us to do more of that. And of course, follow Emily, Jaley, myself, social media links down below. There's a link to
Download
my
Death
book.
of an Idol.
You can pre-order that, Death of an Idol. It's going to come out
Yes!
June 30th. And so maybe that's also a little scary, but not in this way. But yeah, we shall see you next time.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.